Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my faculty fellowship project about understanding the structure of the NHS. My name is Afolabi, and I'd like to say that I'm guessing most of us in the audience have had some interaction with the NHS at some point in our lives, whether it's like a ongoing GP appointment for a chronic issue, or for more serious intervention at the hospital. Either way, the NHS is one of the most important organisations in the whole of the United Kingdom. Now, unfortunately, the recent coronavirus pandemic has stretched the NHS to its limits. Both frontline workers and key decision makers have had to respond to essentially uncertain future and have had to make difficult decisions with time pressure with unclear information. Now, faculty have developed an early warning system which can predict in advance, 3 weeks in advance, spikes in coronavirus cases around the United Kingdom. So this is crucial, obviously, for efficient resource allocation in different areas in different NHS trusts around the country. And as some of you may or may not know, the NHS is a very complex organisation. So as you can see here, there are thousands and thousands of different organisation types, all with unique interrelated relationships between each other. And for one person to understand these relationships and get them around their head is very, very difficult indeed. So our question is, why do we need to visualize this data? So essentially, the data for all these organizations actually lives somewhere online in different places. And if you wanted to look at it yourself, I can show you an example. It looks something like this, and this, and this, and this. So I think the scope of this particular, either a data scientist or just someone who wants to study the NHS in depth, is quite a task if you had to go through all of this information to understand the NHS. So that's the problem. Difficult to navigate, and it increases time for faculty staff to spend on the NHS project. So what did I do on my project? So essentially, my project was taking that data and making it look more easily digestible, and to be able to have some sort of advanced queries on that data as well. So I built a web scraper to take that data and push it into a graph database, which has a nice, lovely visualization that is like this. So on the left, we can see all of these different NHS organization types that are color-coded. And in the middle, we can see an overview of all the interrelationships between them. So now, someone could use this essentially to very quickly find different relationships between different organizations that they're interested in. And on the left, we can see some detailed information about a specific individual organization. This one is the Whitney Community Hospital in Oxfordshire, apparently. So if any of you know that, if you're from Oxford, then there you go. And then I took that and put it into a geographical visualization, which is just another added bonus, where we have these regions. So some NHS organizations have boundaries associated with them. Some of them have specific location data points. And we can use this to even isolate different groups of organizations together. So you can imagine that can come in handy in various different situations. And we can also switch different data point types. So this is another type. So for those NHS trusts, and these are trust sites, which I learned about the difference quite recently. So how does this help? So this gives us a nice at-a-glance overview of the NHS, which before I built this, we didn't really have. It would have taken very long to query this data, and potentially to save days for not only faculty staff, but anyone who's working on any projects with the NHS who doesn't have much of an understanding of the organisation. But this is just the beginning. So what I built essentially was a proof of concept kind of MVP. We can now extend it for different data sources across the UK. So for example, this example here shows we can find waiting times by electoral reward and highlight that to different members of parliament. And so now we can understand that we can get more interesting data and compare it to this. So in summary, I built an at-a-glance visualization for data scientists working on NHS projects. Data science and AI will continue to be used across the NHS, and the efficiency increase will lead to the NHS saving money and hopefully saving more lives. Thank you.